came into the stars we rise.
This is Astrology Aesthetic, where you claim your power and remember who you really are. I'm Kiki, and together we'll work with the stars to guide the way. Alrighty, welcome back, Starseeds. So today we are diving in a little more on self-concept. And if you haven't heard this term, self-concept is basically the belief or persona that you have of yourself while in the midst of like manifesting something or creating something new for yourself. So why are we talking about self-concept today? Well, it's Aries season, and if you remember from last episode, Aries is the start of the zodiac. It's the beginning. So we are now in this era of creating something completely new for ourselves, which, yay, it's time. And I feel like a lot of people, when talking about manifestation, really kind of lose the plot a little bit, because let's say someone's manifesting a new car. They're like, I want this car really bad. I'm going to manifest it. And that's great. So what do? They put it on their Pinterest or get a vision board, or, they do the things, and that while that's amazing, the thing that's missing is what, and this is where self-concept comes in, what is the version of you that already owns the car doing in your day-to-day life? And, does this version of you get takeout and bring it in the car? Maybe, maybe not. Does this person have open drinks in their car? Maybe not. So it's self-concept is embodying that version of yourself that already has the thing, because energy has no option but to align with your vibration, and the universe's only answer to you ever, point blank period, is yes. So, if you're embodying the self-concept of someone who is broke and are saying, oh, I can't go to that because I'm broke. Okay, there's a different way to phrase that and be aware of how you're creating that energy. Instead of saying I'm broke, say I'm choosing to use my finances elsewhere at this time. See how that holds a different energy? And so with it being Aries season, I have a challenge for you guys. And it's nothing crazy, but it might be a little eye-opening for you. I am inviting you guys to do something that maybe scares you a little. And what that is, I don't know. It's up to you. I am really, in this thought process of like, I feel like we all have something we could be a little more brave about. And if, for example, I'm not going to do this because I'm not there, but if the first thing that came to you was like, oh my gosh, I'm terrified of heights, maybe I could go skydiving. If you've only ever always wanted to, okay? So think of the thing that you've always wanted to do. That's the asterisk. Something you've always wanted to do, but it scares you. For me, gosh, I'm thinking maybe 3 years ago. It would have been during my Saturn return or right before it started. I was afraid to wear a lip color. I know, it sounds silly because that's all I wear now, but there was a version of me that was scared that it would call too much attention. And, since then I've had to learn self-concept and do all these different things, but I got to the point where I'm like, okay, I can start small. So I started with a lip gloss, and that was a big stretch for me. And so respect where you're at on the scale, be willing to push yourself into whatever scares you, but you're ready, you're willing to do that. Maybe it's trying Whole30, or, maybe it's wearing a different type of, clothes, or a different type of shoe that, people are going to say things. Maybe it's wearing a hat. Literally same I've been there. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're going to know I'm not a hat person and I'm wearing my hat wrong. Like, it's so silly. But this life is yours. It's yours to claim. It's yours to create. And there's no better time than to do that during Aries season. Aries is fantastic for initiation, and you're initiating a new era of you. And, you know, we've made it through some pretty interesting and tumultuous times at the front end of 2026. However, that's taught us what we needed to know. It's removed things that no longer belong, and it's created space. And I invite you to use that space to create something different and more powerful for yourself. So go ahead and embrace whatever that is, Starseed. You'll know whether it's a lip color or skydiving, or maybe even just like going to a live band or something. I don't know, maybe you're scared of like large groups of people. Start with a small venue. So the main thing to remember is embody that self-concept. You need to act as if you are the person that goes to concerts or skydives or drives the new car or wears the bright lip color in the hat. It makes it so easy, and it's fascinating to know when you're going through your day, how does this version of me brush her teeth? How does this version of me cook their food? What is it that they're eating? What music are you listening to? What are you doing at your job? What are you saying about your coworkers? How do you talk to your pet if you have any, or your family even? It's such a fascinating concept. And the same can be true for, you know, those of you manifesting big life things as well. Like if you're single and manifesting a partner, creating that for your life, what does that version of you who's in a committed and loving relationship do on the weekends? And if you're partying or whatever that looks like, maybe that's something to look at. Again, and if you're happy doing that, that's fine. And maybe it's just about like, okay, I'm not ready or I'm not willing to change this about my life at this point. And that's fine. Another thing about Aries is they are very upfront and they're bold and they're passionate. So be bold in what you're claiming for yourself and be honest about it as well. If you're working on manifesting or creating these things, start with self-concept. And overall, that's all I have for you today, Starseed. It's short and sweet, but it's also very straight to the point. So sending you all the love and light, and I can't wait to hear what you guys create for yourself during Aries season. I'm so grateful you tuned in today. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. If you'd like to explore pieces that align with your starseed purpose, visit astrologyaesthetic.com. Trust yourself. You're exactly where you're meant to be.